Eric Wilson is a Fox News analyst who's on the line right now, and the question on everybody's mind seems to be Obamacare. Is it going to be repealed, replaced? What's happening? Good morning, Eric.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So, boy, all indications, this is much more complicated than we ever thought. Hearing that from the president yesterday, almost feeling as if this is going to take a little while, much longer than ever expected.
Well, the tough part is having everybody agree on something, which never happens. The Obamacare was forced down everyone's throat there without anybody ever reading the law.
Yeah.
So no one knew what was in it then, and I think they're trying to do it right this time, so it's going to be a permanent fix. So that takes some time, but they're making it more complicated than it really has to be. If they would just follow, what existing laws were, that would simplify a whole lot.
Yeah. By the way, Eric is with Wilson Associates, which is a leading healthcare insurance company. And from the standpoint of the insurance company, were there really good elements, of Obamacare? Are there things that need to be kept?
Well, the problem with Obamacare is the way they have it designed with two things. One, all the mandates that every policy has to have, which add cost, and then of course the pre-existing condition thing where people can jump on and jump off as they see fit. Which is you're seeing the healthy people jump off,
right,
and the sick people jump on, and that's why all these insurance companies have lost billions of dollars, and many have left the marketplace. And heck, in many counties there's one or two carriers left. So that's what's been tough for the insurance companies is to manage the risk. To fix it, you need to have more stability. So you need to either have some form of underwriting, or what's being floated around now, which makes a whole lot of sense, is there's no pre-existing if you keep continuous coverage for 18 months, like it is on group health.
Right.
So that would incentivize you to buy health insurance while you're healtly, and then keep it through the time you get sick.
Yeah. What do you do with the people that just seem invincible? They seem like, we're going to end up paying for them if they don't have the money to pay for their health insurance anyway. Ultimately, we're going to pay.
Well, right now, as long as we have the Emergency Medical Treatment Act, which was a Reagan law back in 1985 or something like that, where you get treatment in any emergency room, people can game the system and get their free care there. But I think they have to change the concept of how health insurance is supposed to be. If you understand how insurance works, your auto insurance doesn't pay for your oil changes. Your homeowner's insurance doesn't pay for if your stove breaks. But yet your health insurance does pay for the oil changes and the maintenance on your body. Mm-hmm. If they kind of went back to making health insurance more of a catastrophic type thing for the things you can't pay for, the knee surgery, the hip surgery, the stuff that's over $10,000 or $20,000, and you pay for the preventative care yourself, you'd have two things. One, costs would come down because the insurance companies aren't paying for all those things.
Yeah.
Number two, people would take a little bit more interest in their body and say, I woke up with the sniffles. Maybe I don't need to go to the doctor today. Maybe I can wait 2 or 3 days and see if I can kick this thing.
Right.
Again, that would bring costs down. If you look at cosmetic surgery is usually not covered by insurance, and it's fairly affordable because there's competition and reasonable. So they kind of eliminate the barrier there. So that's one of the fixes. It's just a common sense fix. Treat health insurance like every other insurance.
Yeah. I do have to I went through a situation personally where high cholesterol level. Tried to do the statins, failed on the statins. I tried 4 or 5 different medicines. Then they come out with this shot, this injection, like an EpiPen type thing you take once every 2 weeks. Problem is that the shot is like $1,500. So my insurance company rejected it, then rejected it again. It's a struggle, and that really is a life-saving medicine potentially. So for me, I've gone on a diet, I've lost weight, but I still don't know that I've lowered my cholesterol level. How do we fix that problem? Because I find the middle class seems to be the one stuck in the middle here.
Right, that's right. I think that the pharmacy companies have been an issue there. I know one of the things that Trump wants to do is allow companies from overseas to compete. A lot of times you can get stuff out of Canada for a third of the price, and half the time it's actually made in the States. So I don't understand the cost of medicine and testing and whatnot. Yeah. But I know once the healthcare law passed, the price of insulin, doubled. And there's a lot of people that are diabetics are on insulin. Mm-hmm. That's a life-saving drug, just like your situation, a life-saving drug. They got to find a way to lower the cost of medications. And I think, if they allow overseas or people outside the country to compete pharmacy-wise, that would force the drug companies to lower their pricing somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why insurance company doesn't want to pay $1,500 for a medication.
Right.
At the same time, if it's life-saving,
yeah.
You need the drug. So how do you make that $1,500 drug, $150?
Correct, and it would be something that somebody could afford. And then at the end, last question though, isn't this all really just all relative? Because at the end of the day, no matter what regulations are put forth out of Washington, the private business is going to adjust. You have to make so much money. You have to make so much profit. So everybody adjusts. So prices end up going up over here, going down over here. At the end of the day, I think if you looked at the outcome, it's all probably pretty much the same dollars and cents. Do you agree with that?
Well, I mean, from a profit side, yes. I mean, we're seeing obviously the health insurance rates have gone crazy because most of the insurance companies have lost $1 billion or close to it, so they can't continue to operate. That's why many have left the individual market. So, if we can figure out a way to bring the cost back down, make the insurance companies profitable again, you can bring the prices down, and then we're not spending, our health insurance premium is not the same as a mortgage payment.
How long do you think before we're going to see change? Does it happen soon, or are we going to look at this next year and still be talking about it?
Well, no, I think it happens soon. I mean, I think the law gets repealed and replaced soon. I don't think you'll actually see new insurance policies until the end of the year, early part of next year.
Okay,
but I think because they'll take time to adapt and write things. But I think Trump said he wants something by the middle of March, and I think he's a pretty demanding person. So I think there'll be something on his desk by the middle of March.
We probably might even hear a concrete date tonight. Who knows what he's going to say tonight?
So.
Eric Wilson, for your expertise, thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.